Life is unpredictable. One moment, everything seems to be going well, and the next, you're blindsided by a challenge that shakes your confidence. A harsh critique at work, a betrayal from someone you trusted, or an unexpected financial setback. How do you respond? Do you let emotions take over, allowing anger, frustration, or fear to dictate your next move? Or do you take control, staying calm and composed in the face of adversity? Today, we're diving into the Stoic Decision Framework, a powerful 5-step method inspired by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, men who faced war, exile, and loss, but never lost their inner peace. The Stoic Decision Framework, a 5-step process to navigate hardships. 1. Name the challenge. 2. Identify what you can control. 3. Accept reality. 4. Define your duty. And 5. Act with courage. This framework isn't about ignoring emotions, but mastering them. It will teach you how to name your challenges, focus on what you can control, accept reality, define your duty, and act with courage. We'll explore real-life scenarios, some deeply personal, to show you how these principles work in practice. By the end of this video, you'll have a mental blueprint to navigate any difficulty with clarity and resilience. If you're tired of letting life's ups and downs control your emotions and are ready to take back your power, you're in the right place. Stay with me, because the insights you'll gain today might just change how you handle every challenge for the rest of your life. Let's begin. Number 1. Name the challenge. Bring clarity to chaos. When life throws obstacles in your way, your first instinct might be to react emotionally. Anger, frustration, anxiety, or even denial. But here's the truth. You can't effectively solve a problem you haven't clearly defined. The mind panics when it faces uncertainty, but when you name a challenge with precision, you take back control. Imagine Marcus Aurelius facing an empire in crisis. Did he collapse under pressure? Or did he break down the chaos into manageable parts? You can do the same. Instead of saying, "Everything is falling apart," ask yourself, what exactly is wrong? Is it a financial setback, a relationship conflict, a health scare? Rather than thinking, "I'm failing at life," define the challenge clearly. I didn't meet this specific goal today. This slight shift transforms overwhelming emotions into logical clarity. A vague crisis keeps you stuck. A well-defined problem gives you a starting point. Marcus Aurelius had a practice. He would break things down into their simplest elements. A luxurious feast, just meat and wine. A feared emperor, just another mortal. A troubling situation, just a combination of events, actions, and decisions. Try applying this when life feels like it's spinning out of control. Say you lose your job. Instead of letting panic take over, break it down. I have lost a source of income. I need to find another. What are my options? See how much more manageable that feels. This step also creates mental distance between you and the problem. When you name the challenge, it stops feeling like an attack on your entire life and becomes just another situation to handle. It allows you to observe your emotions instead of being consumed by them. You become the strategist, not the victim. Think about a heated argument. Someone insults you, and your natural reaction is to snap back. But what if, instead of reacting emotionally, you name the challenge? You tell yourself, "This is just someone else's opinion. My challenge is choosing whether to engage or remain in control." Suddenly, you have power over the situation. So, next time you face a difficulty, pause and name it. Define it with precision. A challenge clearly named is a challenge already halfway solved. This is the foundation of the Stoic Decision Framework. Without clarity, You can't take the next steps. Are you ready to regain control? Let's move forward. 2. Find what you can control. Reclaim your power. When faced with challenges, most people make one of two mistakes. They either believe they have no control at all, sinking into helplessness, or they try to control everything, leading to frustration. Both approaches are flawed. The key to navigating any challenge is to first separate what is within your control from what is not. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control, a simple yet powerful tool that can free you from unnecessary stress. Imagine you've just been laid off. Your first reaction might be panic. How will I pay my bills? What if I never find another job? But pause. Break it down. What part of this situation do you control? You don't control the company's decision. You don't control the economy. But you do control how you respond. You can choose to update your resume, apply for jobs, expand your skills, and network with the right people. That is where your power lies. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, lived by this principle. He understood that external circumstances are unpredictable, but our response is always within our grasp. You don't control if someone likes you, but you do control how you treat others. You don't control traffic, but you do control how you handle the delay. You don't control aging, but you do control how you take care of your body. Once you accept this, you stop wasting energy on things that don't serve you. A helpful exercise is to visualize two circles, one for what you control and one for what you don't. If your challenge is a difficult boss, their attitude goes in the not in my control circle. Your professionalism and work ethic go in the in my control circle. If a relationship ends, your ex's actions belong in the external circle. Your ability to heal and move forward belongs in your internal one. By focusing only on your sphere of influence, you cut away the mental clutter and move with clarity. Here's a truth many struggle to accept. You are responsible for your emotions and actions, but you are not responsible for the way others behave. The moment you internalize this, you free yourself from frustration. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So, next time life challenges you, ask yourself, am I focusing on what I can control? If not, shift your energy. This shift is where real power begins. 3. Accept reality. Stop resisting what you can't change. One of the greatest sources of suffering is not reality itself, but our resistance to it. We fight against what is, replaying what should have been in our minds, as if wishing could change the past. But the Stoics teach us a profound truth. Acceptance is not weakness, it is power. The moment you stop resisting what you cannot change, you reclaim your energy and focus on what truly matters. Think about a time when life hit you hard. Maybe you lost a job, a relationship ended, or a dream slipped through your fingers. What was your first reaction? Anger? Denial? This is natural, but it's also where most people get stuck. They waste days, months, or even years trapped in resentment, hoping reality will somehow rewrite itself. But here's the truth. Reality doesn't care about our preferences. It simply is. And the sooner we accept it, the sooner we can move forward. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have to understand, there are some things in life that we have no control over. The sooner you accept them, the freer you will be." This is not about passivity, it's about clarity. When you accept reality, you don't give up. You gain perspective. You stop clinging to illusions and start dealing with what's in front of you. Imagine you've been unfairly treated. Maybe someone betrayed your trust, or a decision was made against you. You could spend weeks agonizing over the injustice, replaying it in your mind, feeling the sting of resentment. Or you could say, this happened. I don't like it, but I accept it. Now what? By shifting your mindset, you stop being a victim and start being the one in control. Acceptance is the first step toward effective action. If you lose your job, denying it won't change anything. But once you accept it fully, you can start planning your next move. If your relationship ends, resisting the breakup only prolongs the pain. But the moment you embrace the reality of it, you can begin healing and rebuilding. Seneca taught that fortune is unpredictable, but our attitude toward it is within our control. The Stoics weren't emotionless. They simply refused to let emotions cloud their judgment. They understood that reality is neutral. It is our interpretation that makes it good or bad. So the next time life throws an unexpected challenge your way, pause. Ask yourself, am I resisting reality? If so, let go of the struggle. Accept what is, and with that acceptance, take back your power. 4. Define your duty. Focus on what truly matters. When chaos surrounds you, when life feels unfair, and when emotions try to pull you in different directions, what should you do? The Stoics had a clear answer. Focus on your duty. Your duty is your anchor, the thing that keeps you grounded when everything else feels uncertain. Instead of reacting emotionally or letting outside forces dictate your actions, you turn inward and ask, what is my responsibility here? What is the right thing to do? The Stoics believed that we all have a role to play, and our job is to fulfill that role with integrity. Are you a parent? Then your duty is to guide and protect your child. Are you a leader? Then your duty is to serve with wisdom and fairness. Are you simply a human being? Then your duty is to live with virtue, treating others with justice, courage, and self-control. Marcus Aurelius, as emperor, faced immense pressure. He could have let power corrupt him. He could have let anger consume him. Instead, he constantly reminded himself, my job is to serve Rome with wisdom and justice. I cannot control how others behave, but I can control how I lead. This mindset allowed him to remain composed in the face of war, betrayal, and loss. Now, apply this to your own life. Imagine someone wrongs you, spreads a lie, disrespects you, or undermines your work. Your first instinct may be to retaliate, to prove them wrong, to make them feel the pain they caused you. But ask yourself, what is my duty in this moment? Is it to seek revenge, or is it to uphold my own principles? A Stoic does not waste time on petty battles. Your duty is not to win every argument. It is to act with integrity. Your duty is not to seek approval from others. It is to do what is right, even when no one is watching. Defining your duty also prevents you from being pulled in 100 different directions. Instead of overthinking, worrying, or trying to control everything, you have a clear guiding principle. What would the best version of me do right now? So, the next time you face a challenge, don't let emotions take over. Pause, reflect. What is your duty? The moment you answer that question, you'll know exactly what to do. 5. Act with courage. Choose action over fear. All the wisdom in the world is useless if you don't apply it. Knowing what to do is one thing. Actually doing it is another. This is why the final and most important step in the Stoic Decision Framework is to act with courage. Fear, hesitation, and doubt will always be there, whispering reasons why you should wait, why you're not ready, why it's safer to stay where you are. But a Stoic knows that courage is not the absence of fear. It is action despite fear. Imagine standing at the edge of a decision. Maybe it's a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, a career move you're afraid to take, or a personal boundary you need to set. The longer you wait, the louder fear becomes. It convinces you that things will go wrong, that failure is inevitable, that it's better to stay comfortable. But courage is a muscle. Every time you choose action over avoidance, you strengthen it. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoics, faced war, betrayal, and personal loss throughout his reign. Did he have doubts? Of course. Did he hesitate? Never. He reminded himself daily, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, obstacles are not barriers, they are stepping stones. The very thing you fear is often the thing that will make you stronger. Think about a time when fear held you back. Maybe you wanted to stand up for yourself, but stayed silent. Maybe you wanted to take a risk, but played it safe. What would have happened if you had acted with courage instead? Every moment you hesitate is a moment given to fear. But the moment you act, fear loses its grip. The Stoics knew that action leads to growth. When you take action, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, you take control of your life. You prove to yourself that you are not ruled by fear, that you can handle whatever comes next. So, whatever it is you've been delaying, take the step, have the conversation, make the decision, set the boundary, start the project. Do it even if your hands shake, even if your voice trembles. Because every act of courage builds the foundation for an unshakable mind. And once you master the habit of action, fear will never control you again. Conclusion. Life will always present challenges, some small, others life-altering. But true strength lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in how we respond to them. The Stoics teach us that external events don't define us, our reactions do. When faced with adversity, we can either panic and let emotions cloud our judgment, or take control by focusing on what we can change. Acceptance isn't about resignation, it's about clarity. Instead of resisting reality, we acknowledge it and move forward with purpose. Whether it's a career setback, a personal loss, or an unexpected crisis, the power to respond wisely remains in our hands. The Stoic mindset is about turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Hardship isn't the enemy, it's the training ground for resilience. By practicing calm, rational thinking and acting with integrity, we don't just survive life's storms, we master them. The real victory is not in changing the world, but in mastering ourselves. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and every obstacle is a chance to sharpen your mind. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or ignoring difficulties. It's about facing them with clarity, resilience, and wisdom. By applying the Stoic Decision Framework, naming the challenge, focusing on what you can control, accepting reality, defining your duty, and acting with courage, you can navigate any hardship with strength and composure. Life won't always go as planned, but with the right mindset, you can handle anything it throws at you. If you found these principles valuable, don't forget to follow my channel for more insights on mastering your emotions and living with purpose. And I'd love to hear from you. What Stoic principle resonated with you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's continue this journey together, learning and growing every step of the way. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.